Hi, this is MadeByMommy.com's Rubber Duckling Charm tutorial. When I showed everybody my turkey charm video, I mentioned that my turkeys kept looking like ducks. And theirs was one of my prototype turkeys. As you could see, it had sort of a duck-shaped head. So the comments I got were, hey, can we see that duck? Here I am today to show you the duck. It is made with 3 colors of rubber bands. We've got the little orange for the beak and the legs, a single black rubber band to make the eye, and then a whole big pile of yellow rubber bands that we put together to make the body. You will need your hook from Rainbow Loom or a small metal crochet hook. Most people recommend either an F or a G. And you'll need your loom set up with the bottom in a V shape. And then we can start to work. I do work fast. I've made this charm a number of times. If you're having trouble keeping at my pace, don't worry. Just hit pause. It's a magic button that makes me go exactly as slow as you need. We're going to place the rubber bands how we see on this chart. To start, in the bottom right hand corner, straight ahead, a single yellow rubber band. Now working with 2 yellow rubber bands at a time, straight ahead. And because this is our finishing point, we're actually going to go backwards a little bit. Please don't be mad at me. It comes out so cute. Like that. And then we can continue around the front of the head. And straight down the middle as well. And here is the basic shape of your head. I've put 2 rubber bands in each of these positions. One of the questions I get most often is whether or not 2 rubber bands are necessary. I think they are. Otherwise, the color doesn't look as solid and the charm doesn't come out nearly as sturdy. You could build the whole structure with only 1, but I don't think you'll be as happy with the results. So, moving forward in a straight line. On this side, see here we started with the first peg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Straight. Perfect. Now the next one we're going to continue till it extends just past this first row. 2 rubber bands at a time. The center row, moving forward. 2 and another 2. Keep going. And then we need our rubber band here for the back. On the diagonal, and then we can continue down here with 2 at a time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Make a cute little tail. And now I'm going to reveal a second layer of rubber bands. This is what lets your little duckling body look so full and round and less like the banana that one of my prototypes did. So we are going to add a second, before we put on this bottom row, we're going to add a second layer of rubber bands on the center row and on this left row. 1, 2, 3. And when you put these on, you can push down the others, but you want to make sure you don't overlap those rubber bands. You'll need those little gaps later so that you can hook each layer on its own. So I'm going to slide these down a little bit first, and then add my 2 rubber bands at a time. And remember, if I'm going too fast, that doesn't mean post an angry comment, it means hit pause. So 1, 2, and 3. And now we can add that bottom row here. Good. And the beak at the top. Wrap around the tip of your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 2 choices here. Well, either way, you need to do this step, which is pulling those wrapped ones over 2 rubber bands to create a beak. I lost one. Oh no! I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, I just wanted to let you watch me do that part twice. Here we go. Now I'm going to push those over. If at first you don't succeed, try again. It's tricky when you're doing this and all the rubber bands are the same color, because what happens is you end up pushing the wrong one over, and you end up with only 1 band. I see the other one. It's right here. There it is. Pull it through. Okay. So there. Now you'll see I have my rubber band wrapped 4 times and 2 rubber bands pulled through the center. That makes the tip of my beak. Now, if you absolutely despise doing that exercise, you can extend them on the pegs to do this. I'm going to just keep doing it on my hook because that's what I'm used to. So I'm taking 2 more rubber bands and putting them over like that. And this is my beak. I'm going to hook that right here. And now, looking at my chart, oh, I just missed 1 rubber band. That's this one. For that, I'm going to go down to here, place a single rubber band, 1, 2, 3, and twist and fold over a 4th time. 1 rubber band wrapped around 4 times. If 4 is impossible for you, 3 will work. It just will have a less pointy tail at the end. And then we've got a few more cap bands to place to keep this whole structure together. I'm going to turn that chart around so that it matches. You'll see the arrow and the arrow. And this is our face. That black is going to be our eye. going to take one black rubber band, 1, 2, 3, 4 times around. And this time I should get it right on the first time because I'm putting that black rubber band onto a single yellow instead of a double of the same color. So, wish me luck. It's gonna work. Yes, there you go. And that goes on from the back of the head, sliding the eye close to the beak, and then putting the other half of that rubber band right over the same peg that has the beak. So your eye goes there. Now, just an aesthetic choice you can make at this point. I like the little black dot of a single black rubber band in that position. If you want a bigger eye, this is what it looks like when you put 2 black rubber bands there. So if you like big eyes, you can put a double. I like the single, which is what I just did. So once you've placed that rubber band, we're gonna cross it with another to keep the head together nice and tight. And now we're going to place 2 rubber bands on this, I'm sorry, 1 rubber band on these 2 pegs, but we're gonna wrap it around twice to keep it tight. And because I'm a righty, it helps me to bring it here. 1. Otherwise, my hand would be in front of the camera and you would all be very mad at me. So there you go. I wrapped it around twice and then here around twice. Back that way so you can compare. Now we have just 2 more rubber bands to place. 1, 2. You have now placed all of the rubber bands you need to make your duckling. Hooray! Now comes the fun part. Hooking. Starting from the bottom at the tail. I'm going to put my thumb on this to keep it in place. So I only catch these 2 rubber bands and bring them forward. I'm now going to reach in here to get the top 2 rubber bands that are going forward. See, I've only got one on my hook right now. I need a second. Where are you? There you are. That's going forward. Okay, and again, pulling back just that 1 cap band and going forward. So that was from here to here, straight up in the row. And now, because this is a double layered construction, we're going to have to take this and pull it to the outside. You can do it with your hook or you could do it with your fingers, whichever you prefer. However you feel you have the better control. And we want to keep those cap bands. So pull that back out. You're going to need those again. And we go back here again. Through the center, take the 2 bands that are going to go forward. Good. And now we can take the 2 from the side there, and we're ready to begin this middle row. Again, just taking the top layer and then bringing it to the side. Oh, I didn't want to pop that bottom one. We need that bottom one still. You're popping the second one. So just these two pegs pull to the side. And then you can go back in to get your bottom row. Bring it forward. Good. And this one to the side. So now we've done this row to here. We're going to go back to this top shoulder and pull over to the middle before we proceed. Back down to the side. Straight up. Here we go. Another one forward. Okay, we just went right over that beak. Let's catch up this side. This one's a little tricky. Gotta reach all the way in there to just get the bottom two rubber bands. Forward and forward for the structure of the head. And now we need to get the back of the head. And now our slightly unconventional hooking pattern from the beak to the top of the head. Coming in the side. Just want those two yellow. I'm seeing an orange one, so I'm going to stop and pull my hook out and go back again so that I catch just those two yellow ones on the bottom. There we go. And two more. Ah, there we go. Phew, that's a big baby duckling. And now we just need this one rubber band that's left over here to be the latch. We're going to reach into all these layers of rubber bands to catch it and pull it out the top. Make the other one loose. Pull the bottom one through the center of that top loop. Pull tight. And that's the loop that you'll be able to use to attach your charm to whatever it is you want to attach it to. Now I like to use the hook to loosen these up so I don't put too much pressure on any one rubber band. Taking off the back of the head and the top of the head. And you can alternate with your fingers depending on how secure you feel. You'll see, there's the little duckling peeking out. And there we go. That's the duckling as it comes off of your loom. Little bit of tugging and pulling will straighten out any rubber bands that got caught on the way off. And now, if you would like, you can keep it as it is. I like to add these little legs though. It's basically two single orange rubber bands where I just tied a little knot in the bottom. I have a separate video to show how to tie that knot if you're having trouble. I'll link to that here. But if you have your feet ready to go, You could take them, decide where you want them on the body. I like when they're coming on the bottom as opposed to the front, but you may want to play around with it to find the exact right spot you like. Stick your hook through. Take both rubber bands through the body. And then, one at a time, fold them over. Pull the foot through the center of the loop to create a slip knot. And give it a little tug. And then your little duckling's ready to go for a walk. You'll want to play with those and twist them around to get them exactly in the position you like. There you go. That is the rubber duckling tutorial from madebymommy.com. I hope you liked it. If you did, please click like below. Also, do consider subscribing to be notified when I post additional charms. I hope you had fun. And if you have ideas of what charms I should do next, please do post them below. I read all of my comments. Thank you very much.